summer. I'm one of the chief instructors from Chin Motorsports. I'm from Bradenton, Florida, and I've been with Chin now for probably about 10 years and been an instructor for 6. Chin has kind of been in the southeast now, U.S. for about 15 years, and they decided here this year that they were going to expand and move out west here in the Texas area and such. So I decided to drive out here this April to help run the event they had at Texas World Speedway. And you know, the facility is kind of old, it's kind of run down, but the lap out here I found was just outstanding. It was a great lap, a really fun time out here. And meeting the new people out here, the new instructors, the new drivers and that, I decided that they had their second event out here. We heard it was probably going to be one of the last events that TWS had. So I said, you know, I don't want to make this drive out here and run this track again before it goes away. And really happy I did here. It's a shame that it's going. You know, you kind of understand when you see the homes and stuff that are moving into the area here, and that it's hard to support a facility like this. But we're certainly going to miss the lap, that's for sure.
I've been coming here since 1969 with SCCA, go-karts, anybody else that wanted me here. And I've enjoyed coming out here as not only as a corner worker, but a driver. And I've been a competitor for many years here. My first professional competition was go-karts here.
I changed hats.
Richard McBride, also known as Pops. Got started on this in September of '04. Been retired 7.5 years, and this is my main hobby now. Enjoy it because I get to see different cars, some of the antics that drivers do. We help keep the drivers safe, and we're really going to miss the track when it goes.
All right, mic check. In 3, 2. Good afternoon, I'm Mark Hicks. I'm the director of Chin Motorsports, and it's our great privilege to be here on the second weekend of April in 2015 and doing one of the final track events that will occur at Texas World Speedway. There's only just a few weeks remaining in the life of this venerable icon of Texas motorsports.
Well, those weeks turned into years.
I'm sure there's a lot of bittersweet and nostalgic memories for a lot of drivers and motorsports enthusiasts in Texas as we look at the sunset of TWS. Been around Texas for 35 years. It's probably the foundation of the motorsports hobby in Texas. While there are several other great tracks in Texas, none of them are as old as TWS, and sports car owners in Texas really cut their teeth and found their way in the motorsports hobby and in motorsports competition, beginning at TWS for a very, very long time now. You know, it's a wonderful track. What an interesting place. You know, it's got the character that comes with age, and it has a bit of that, shall we say, a rustic cabin in the woods feel compared to, say, the brand new, sanitized, high-tech Circuit of the Americas. TWS has perhaps a lot more character, and it is certainly so popular with drivers. Really, if you thought about the whole handful of tracks that Texas enthusiasts visit on a regular basis, I think if you polled 100 drivers, the majority would say that TWS is their favorite, the #1 track in Texas that suddenly is not going to be available for very much longer. But those who have had the opportunity to do laps here over the years, and certainly there have been millions and millions of laps run at this great track, they will all have great memories about this place.
Yeah. That was very good.
Thank you. I had a previous life in journalism.
Yeah, we can tell it's Jesus. Yeah.
Hi, I'm Mark Sharon. I'm from Lucas, Texas. A long time from Austin, Texas as well. Been racing since the 90s, and this place has always seemed like a second home to me. TWS is always a highlight of the calendar for me. I race here with WRL, with NASA, SCCA. I've done a chump car race here. My first ever HPD was at this track. Like most people, the 2-minute barrier was the barrier that was, you know, how do I beat 2 minutes? And so I came out here in a 2007 Corvette Z06 and, you know, was proud of my 202s, 201s. How am I going to break 2 minutes? And so one day I finally did, 158s, and I kept on getting faster and faster. Got some instruction from some good instructors and had G-Speed put on some parts on the car, and eventually one of the highlights of my motorsports career, if you call it that, was that in the fall with NASA, we came out here and set the course record by over a second at 1:44.4. So from the very first time out here at 202 to 1:44, you know, that's just, it feels great. Now we're out here with the World Challenge team with G-Speed again, and you know, we'd be shooting for that 2 minutes again, but we're at 2 minutes and 11 seconds. Hopefully we'll get a little lower. You know, it just seems like home. It's going to be sad when this is gone. You know, it's centrally located, but it flows. It's a hidden gem. If you come and drive this track, if you get the chance, I guess you won't because it's going away, but you'll notice that other tracks neck you down and you get into second gear all the time, or you're just as fast as you can and then you stop for some reason. This track, you build momentum and you go the whole time, and it's just open where it needs to be open, and it necks you down a little bit where it necks you down. It just feels like a natural racer's paradise. This is it. You know, it's got banked corners, it's got, you know, some blind things, it's got a little bit of elevation, and it's got a long straight, and it's got a crazy, scary, fun corner off this straight. So once you get turn 1 at TWS, you can get any turn, anywhere. And some people will tell you how to do it, and they're wrong. The only way you do it is you come down on the outside, and you go around the outside, you get to the yellow box, and you come in. And you better not be underneath 100 miles an hour, or you're doing it wrong. And that's straight from Paul Costas to my lips to your ears. So.